Happy Saturday, my friends. This week we're going to be talking about the trans man's essentials. I guess I'll start going from the top down. Razor, and even though I'm not really shaving my face all that often, I probably shave about like once every 2 weeks. It's nice to shave up all the hairs and then see them kind of grow in a little more denser and thicker. Also, I like to exfoliate my face a lot, open up all the pores to allow the hairs to come through, and I always make sure I moisturize. I keep a pretty good regimen. I use a combination of a couple different oils. I usually do wheat germ oil after exfoliating my face, or I'll use coconut oil depending on what I have. I have a lot of wheat germ oil here, and it's really high in vitamin E, so it's been really helping my face, and I haven't been seeing a lot of breakouts. I'm usually kind of a oily, acne-prone skin kind of person, and so I kind of thought I would be getting a lot more acne, but I've been using a lot of the oils on my face to moisturize, and I really feel like it balances everything out. It's been helping things come through. So moving down a little bit, binder is definitely an essential on the list. I've tried a couple different binders. I've had a binder, my first one was from Underworks, and it was kind of it was all cotton, and it was a full length one, and it got pretty hot, kept in the moisture a lot. It didn't really bind all that well. I felt like it pretty much did nothing. And I don't have an overly large chest to begin with, but it was pretty much no different than wearing like a tank top, a normal tank top. Now I have a couple binders from GC2B. They're also the full length binders, and they are a lot better. I highly recommend them. They are they are made of spandex and polyester for the most part, and then the restrictive part around the chest is made of a thicker cotton. But you really notice a difference. You cool a lot faster. The binder dries really quickly. So say if you go out working out or going on a hike or anything where you're sweating, it doesn't stick to your skin. You're able to breathe a little bit better, and you won't be too overheated by wearing another layer. For STPs and packers, packer, I have one packer that I use pretty much all the time. It's Mr. Limpy, and I bought it off of, I believe, Come As You Are. It's a Toronto sex toy cooperative, and you can order online, and they're really awesome, and they're trans positive, queer positive, really cool people. You should check them out. I got mine from there. I think it's like 4 or 5 inches or something, which is kind of on the bigger side. So sometimes if I don't have it like secured, it'll like move out of place, and then it's like really out there, and you're kind of like, this is awkward. But such is life. So most of the time it's fine. I've kind of devised a little bit of a harness that I use underneath my boxers to keep it in place, because most of the time if I'm wearing kind of tight fitting boxers, I can get away with just putting them in there. But I find for the most part when I'm moving around and stuff, I guess I seem to do a lot of moving around or something. It just kind of gets out of place a lot, and I really don't like having to constantly be worrying about that. So I'm using a harness type thing under my boxers. As for STP, for the most part right now, I'm not really using anything because I don't have something comfortable that I can wear to keep it on me. I have a free tom and it works amazingly. Um, I have tested it out a few times, taken it out, but I find what I have for it very uncomfortable, and I just don't have the money to get a new one right now or something to use with it. So I can't really just put it in my boxers or whatever because it doesn't really work that way. You really need to have like the harness there or whatever. So yeah, I haven't really taken it out as much as I want to. But I do highly recommend it. It's very lifelike. The only thing is there is a lot of it. It's very compactable. It seems like a lot, but the balls and everything compact, and you can pack pretty well with it. I have the sleekest one. I think it's 5.5 inches or something. Because I knew or I read a lot of reviews that it packs pretty big, and it does because there's just kind of a lot of stuff going on. There's also a rod inside of it that you can leave in for, like having sex and stuff like that. So it's kind of cool. It's like a robot dick. You can like put it in any direction, but you can take it out, and then it's easier and kind of a little more discreet to pack. With any sort of STP, you have to practice at home and make sure you get the swing of it before you test it out in the field because you don't really want to pee your pants out in public and kind of be embarrassed by that. So with the free tom, you kind of have to make sure the balls are like pressed up against you so you don't have any leakage. Hold the balls in place and like aim or whatever, and you have to control it because you can overwhelm the reservoir and then it spills out on you and stuff. And so you're slowly doing it, and then once you're finished, you kind of have to like squeeze the balls from the back up forward. If you just like squeeze, then it can kind of come out from where like the ball's reservoir is and spill out. So squeeze to kind of empty it out, give it a shake, you're good to go. It's super easy. It looks real. I really like it and feel pretty confident when I have it out. But yeah, I just need to get a new thing for that. So if you plan on getting a free tom, definitely look into something harness wise to hold it in place, or like rodeo boxers or something like that. If you're doing the injectable testosterone, uh, obviously an essential would be getting the syringes. I have a couple different sizes. I have the needles that are 18 gauge to draw, and I have the injecting needles at 22 gauge. I have some 1.5 inch that I can use in my glutes, and I have 1 inch that I can use in my quads, and I'm going to be rotating it up. Actually, the last injection yesterday was my very first, so that's exciting. I have all my stuff. I have like cotton balls and Band-Aids and all my syringes and needles all together and my testosterone. So it's pretty cool. I have it in my drawer and stuff, so it's my special little area. And so all of that good stuff to keep everything clean and to have the right equipment is definitely an essential. I'll just wrap this up now and let you all enjoy the rest of your weekend. And I will see you next week. Have a good one.